What is up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel. And have you guys ever had one of those days where you are running around all day long, you are super busy, you feel like you are being productive, but then at the end of the day, whenever you do a reflection of your day and you look at what you accomplished, you realize that you actually didn't accomplish anything productive and instead you did a bunch of tasks that didn't really need to be done in the first place. If you guys know how that feels, then you guys know exactly how I feel right now, because I have had the busiest Friday and it is currently 8 p.m. on a Friday and I feel like I got nothing that I was supposed to get done, and it is such a crappy feeling. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about to-do lists and how to stay productive and how to set goals in a manner in which you will set yourself up for success in completing those goals. And this is an incredibly timely video because as you guys are going to be watching it, it is going to be August 1st, which is the day that I take out of every single month where I evaluate goals, I set new goals, and I evaluate my own progress with my finances. So I will be walking you guys kind of through my thought process in doing that, how this works for me, and what I do in order to keep track of my progress month by month. So let's get started. So today is the first day in probably about a month where Texas doesn't feel like an absolute furnace. So I felt like I had to do this video outside and enjoy this beautiful weather because I know that in a couple of days it will probably feel like hell again. But as I sit here today, it is Friday at 8 p.m. I am super tired from the day that I had, but that just reassures the fact that having processes and having kind of a procedure in place to help you set goals and to help you achieve goals is so important. And it is a way that helps you prevent from having days exactly like I had today, where you're running around all day long, you're not really getting anything done, but you feel like you're being productive. And setting goals and setting kind of tracking devices and milestones for those goals is a great way in order to avoid having those busy but non-productive days. The way that I do this and the way that I set daily goals is I'm a really big to-do list person. I love to-do lists and I love setting goals. And I do this by using just a standard spiral notebook. Every single day, I start my day with a cup of coffee and I write down my daily to-do list in this journal. I write down what needs to be done for the day and what I need to accomplish for that day. And that can be literally anything. It can be things that are associated with my business. It could be things that are associated with my personal life. Oftentimes, I will put working out on the to-do list. I will put going to the store and getting dog food. I will put stretching for 15 minutes. I will put checking in Turo cars, doing X, Y, and Z for the business. Anything that needs to get done is written down in this list. And I do this for a couple of different reasons. One of the reasons is so that I don't forget. With me personally, if I don't write something down, chances are I'm going to forget it. That's just because I have a million things going on. I have a million things running through my brain at any given time. And if I don't write something down, I just simply will not remember it. So my way to combat that is to write it down in this journal. The other reason why I do this and the other reason why I enjoy to-do lists so much is because of the fact that I really like the act of crossing off stuff on my to-do list. For me, it provides me with almost a serotonin high of the act of accomplishing one of my to-dos is something that I really, really enjoy, and it almost makes the practice of keeping a to-do list almost an addiction. But keeping these daily to-do lists isn't where the to-dos and the goal setting stops for me. I also keep weekly to-do lists, I keep monthly to-do lists, I keep quarterly to-do lists, and then I also keep yearly to-do lists as well. And I kind of use the yearly to-do list as the big picture of where I want to be 1 year from now. And then I base the quarterly, the monthly, and the weekly goals off of one another. So I will base my quarterly goals based off of what I want to accomplish for the year. I will base my monthly goals off of what I want to accomplish for the quarter. I will base my weekly goals based off of what I want to accomplish for the month. And then I will base my daily goals off of what I want to accomplish for the week. And then you of course have things that come up that you can't control that need to be added that have nothing to do with your weekly, monthly, or quarterly goals. But it is important to accomplish those kind of big picture items through small day-to-day tasks. So every morning I start my day and I figure out what I need to accomplish for that day. And then every Monday I start my week and I figure out what I need to accomplish for that week. And then the first of every month, I figure out what needs to be done for the month. And then the first of every quarter, I figure out what needs to be done for the quarter. But now comes into play the first of the month and why the first of the month is significant to my to-do list and to my goal setting. And that is because I use the first of the month as a time to really kind of evaluate and analyze how I am doing in my progress and my finances and towards the overall goal of reaching my yearly goals for the entire year. Now, every single day on the first of the month, I go down and I look at all of the goals that I set for myself, and I really kind of do a self-evaluation. I figure out whether or not I reach those goals, and then I also figure out why I did or did not reach them. If I did reach them, how did I do in comparison to what I wanted to do? Did I exceed the goal? If so, why did I exceed it? What did I do in order to exceed? If I did not complete the goal, why was that? Was it a factor that was based off of me and my performance? Was it an outside factor? Was it something I couldn't control? Why could I not succeed with that goal that I had set for myself? I complete that evaluation, and then I create new goals for the next month based off of that data. I also base the new goals off of my financial data as well, because not only do I evaluate my own performance in relation to the goals that I set for myself the previous month, I also evaluate my financial situation. And I do this using kind of one of two tools. I use Mint.com, which is a free service that I highly, highly recommend. And Mint.com allows you to see at a glance where you're spending your money, what you are spending your money on, and then you can go through and you can manually categorize your spending habits based off of where you're spending it. For example, if I buy dog food, I put that in the dog category. If I buy these notebooks, that's considered a business expense. My phone payment, that's a business expense as well. So you can go through and you can categorize your payments. That way you can see at a glance where you're spending your money. By using Mint.com, I then go in and I create my own P&L statement. Now, P&L is profit and loss, and so often whenever I talk about a profit and loss statement, I feel like people get intimidated because you feel like this is a proper accounting tool that only accountants or people with MBAs or people with expert finance skills can know how to do. And the fact of the matter is, a P&L in its most simplest form is just an Excel document or a document outlining where you're spending your money, what you're spending your money on, and how much money you have at the end of the month. Now, I will put up on the screen the P&L that I use, and this is something that I just created on my computer, and it shows my gross earnings, my net earnings, what my personal spending habits are, what my business spending habits are. It shows how much money I have in my savings at the end of the month and how much money I have in investment accounts at the end of the month. I use this exact P&L template that I've just shown as a way to track my finances. And I make sure to use the data that's laid out in that P&L in order to set my goals for the next month. Oftentimes for me, whenever I am setting goals, I have a couple of personal goals that I want to reach, a couple of business goals I want to reach, and then a couple of financial goals I want to reach. For example, a personal goal for me could be to finish remodeling my bathroom. A business goal for me could be to get to 15 cars on Turo. And a financial goal for me could be to decrease my personal spending by 15%. These are examples of some of the standard goals that I set for myself on a month-by-month basis based off of my personal evaluation I've done, based off of my financial situation, and based off of the goals that I've set for the entire year. At the end of the day, your daily goals, your weekly goals, your monthly goals, and your quarterly goals need to serve one greater purpose, and that is the purpose to get you closer to completing your yearly goals. And I understand, and I personally always fall victim to this, that things come up, things change, and priorities shift as the year goes on. But if you stay consistent with this practice, I can almost guarantee you that despite whatever happens that's outside of your control, whether it's work issues, whether it's economic issues, whether it is personal issues, if you can stick with this practice, chances are you will get significantly closer to reaching your goals at the end of the year than you would if you did not do this practice. So you guys, I know that this isn't the most exciting video, but this practice of creating daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly to-do lists and goals lists for myself, I feel like is one of the reasons why I am such a productive and focused person. And the reason why having days like I had today is an absolute rarity. I would say that I have these like unproductive, crazy days, maybe once every 2 to 3 months, and it's because I am so extremely regimented with my day, and I ensure to optimize all of my days so that they're as productive as possible. And I definitely think that the only reason why I am able to do that is because of this practice of writing everything down, of setting daily to-do lists, and of setting weekly, monthly, and quarterly goals. With that being said, you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you guys do on a day-by-day or week-by-week basis in order to stay on track with your own goals? Do you write them down in a journal? Do you store them in your phone? What does your practice look like? I would love to learn about that and to hear your thoughts. So make sure to leave a comment down below. While you guys are at it, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.